All right. We are about ready to get started. So if you can hear me, please let me know in the chat that you can hear me. And we are about ready to begin. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, you are doing well for this Thursday evening. It is Throwback Thursday, which is really interesting. So, Throwback Thursday. I've always found that to be highly entertaining. A lot of people tend to want to share pictures and, memories and this, that, and the other. So if you got any really good memories that you want to share within the chat, let me know what type of good memories that you have that you would like to share. And if you can hear me and you're joining me live here in this live stream and on the chat, leave me a comment in the chat. Let me know who is here because I am definitely interested in who is here. I want to know who's here so that way I can give you and your channel a shout out and I can go have a look at your channel. I can click on your channel and go have a look. All right, so once again, if you are here and you're joining me, please let me know in the chat so that way I can go have a look at your channel. Because once again, for some strange reason, I absolutely cannot see who is with me. I don't know what the deal is, but every time I click on participants, it never shows me who the hell is in here watching. So if you're in here watching, let me know. All right, hurdy-gurdy man, thank you. Thank you very much for dropping that comment, letting me know that you are here. So I will go have a look at your channel real quick, see if I'm connected. And I am not connected to you, so I am now. So I just subscribed to your channel. Welcome. If you have never seen me live before, my name is Terry Thompson. I am a motivational speaker. I am a published author. I have 5 books published out on Amazon. I'm a leadership expert. I'm a life coach, a mentor, an entrepreneur. I own and operate, I want to say over 20 websites. I have created multiple streams of income over the years that generate thousands of dollars for me. And, and I talk about life. I talk about leadership. I talk about my books. I am also a certified master resiliency trainer. And I am a training developer by trade. And I like to coach, teach, train, and mentor people to personal and professional success. And I want to thank you for taking time out of your day and joining me here. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like me to talk about, once again, drop me a comment here within the chat. Let me know, hey, Terry, I want you to talk about this, or I have a question about that. Make sure it's about, life skills, leadership, business skills, mentorship, entrepreneurship, things like that. And I will see what type of an answer that I can provide. So if you're, once again, new to my channel, you don't know anything about me, there it is there within the description: motivational speaker, author, leadership expert, life coach, mentor, entrepreneur, and so forth. All right, so I have over 24 years of knowledge and experience of leading others to personal and professional success. I have literally led thousands of people to personal and professional success. And that's what I do here within my live streams or within a lot of my videos. I provide a lot of knowledge and experience, information from the things that I've learned over the years, with the end result and goal in mind that it will motivate and inspire you to take appropriate action within your life or in your business or whatever the case may be. So if you do have a business, let me know. I'm definitely interested in what business that you have. And if you have any questions about business or entrepreneurship or leadership, anything, drop me a comment, let me know, and we'll see what we can talk about tonight. All right, so I do have some things that I do want to talk about tonight, but once again, I want to make sure that I'm here to serve you and answer your questions on anything that you may have. All right, so hurdy-gurdy, man, thank you for joining me here tonight. I said the markets would start dropping 2 weeks ago and silver and gold would go up. Oh, how about that? So you're an investor. Unfortunately, I don't really do any type of investing, but I'm sure that there's some other people that are out there that do investing. So the only type of investing that I do is I invest in myself, because that is the best investment that you can make. Is when you can bet on yourself, you can't fail. You know what I'm saying? Because I have 100% belief in myself that I can invest in myself to where I don't really invest in anything else. And then the other thing that I do is after I learn knowledge and skills and information after I've invested in myself is that I invest in other people, and I give that knowledge and I give that experience, or I give those skills back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say experience, because experience is something that you have to do yourself. I can't give you experience. I can give you knowledge and I can give you skills based off of my experiences, and you can take that as information and put it in your toolkit, and then you can go take appropriate action. And if it fits for you, once again, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide tips, tools, techniques, resources that have made me successful, with the end result in mind that they will make you successful as well too. So if you do have any questions, once again, drop those questions there within the chat, and we will talk about it. All right, so tonight, here's what I want to do. Tonight, I want to talk to you about some quotes from my books. All right, so I have 5 published books that are out on Amazon. They are also on my website. So if you do go over to my website, you will see all of my books there. So my website is terrythompson.me. There you will see all of my books. You will see a lot of my other content. So I do have some free content on there from my books. And I do have 2 books available for free. Okay, so if you would like to head on over to my website either now or after the live stream or whatever the case, there you will see 2 books that I have absolutely for free. You can also see them on the screen right here: How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019 and Leadership Solved. So the book on the left there, How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019, is an ebook. And when you go to my website and drop your email address in there, you will have instant access to that. In that book, I talk about 10 things that you must do in order to have a successful year. But before you can have a successful year, you need to have a successful day. But what does a successful day really look like? So I answer that question within the book, How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019. I answer that question with 10 action items that you must do every single day to live your life intentional, and ultimately lead you to success, to where you can win the day. Because if you can win the day, you can win the week. If you win the week, you can win the month. If you win the month, you can win the year. And what that is that's those small incremental steps along the way that help you to achieve success. But I have 10 things that I want you to do within this book that will literally help you achieve success, daily success, and it will help you develop the habits, okay? So here's the thing. A lot of people are out there looking for goals. They like to set goals. I want to achieve goals. Okay, well, look, I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. I don't want to achieve goals. I could care less about achieving goals. I don't want to achieve goals, okay? I don't strive to have better goals, all right? Now, you're probably sitting there asking, like, gosh, what is this guy talking about? Why do you not want to achieve your goals? You have goals. Well, you know what? I don't have goals. I really don't. I don't have goals. And when you go to my website, here's the thing. You're going to kind of see a contradiction. So when I wrote that first landing page, that was my thinking from a year ago. So my thinking from almost a year ago led me to that right there. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I set New Year's goals and accomplish them. Well, since then, I have developed a new set of thinking. I've basically conducted what is called a mind shift. So I have shifted my mind into what that next level of thinking is. And my next level of thinking is that I don't want to achieve goals. Okay, because goals is something that you strive for. They haven't happened yet. It's kind of like wishing in one hand and pooping in the other to see which one fills up the fastest. Okay, so I really don't want to achieve goals. I don't want to set goals, and I don't want to achieve goals. Okay, what I am striving for, though, is better habits, because goals haven't happened yet. That's kind of like a wish. I'm setting a goal. It's something I want to achieve. However, if I have better habits, I've already established those action items that I am doing on a daily basis that are leading me to success. Because if you set a goal, you haven't achieved anything yet. You're striving for it. But if you've already established good habits, well, you've already got what it takes in order to be successful. And you are successful, and all you have to do every single day is take appropriate and continuous action to accomplish those habits versus goals or action items to achieve goals. Okay, you will achieve success. Develop better habits, and you will achieve success. But what habits am I talking about? Well, you have to read the book in order to find out. So in that book, How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019, I have 10 things in there that I want you to develop as a daily habit. And if you do those things, you will be successful. All right, so moving right along, the next book to the right there is Leadership Solved. Leadership Solved is an audio book. Okay, it's a 35-minute audio book in which I talk about leadership. So within leadership, all right, I love acronyms. Okay, I absolutely love acronyms. And what I did within Leadership Solved is I took the word leadership and said, okay, what do these letters mean to me? All right, so basically I just went straight on down the line. L stands for this. E stands for this. A stands for that. And that's exactly what I did. I broke each letter down into something that has a bigger and a deeper meaning to me and how it pertains to leadership. And I know that if you listen to that audiobook, it will change your mindset. It will literally change your mindset and allow you to be a successful leader. It will literally lay the foundation for you to be a successful leader. Okay? And the items within that audiobook are very easy to follow. They're extremely easy to follow. So, although I do a lot of deep dive thinking within my processes and procedures, I have a way of breaking things down in an easy manner that will literally help you achieve a degree of success with appropriate action. Okay, so Leadership Solved and How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019. Go over to my website, terrythompson.me, drop an email address in there, go ahead and subscribe to that, and you will have immediate access to both of those books. And if you don't get immediate access, once again, let me know. But if everything is working properly, you will have immediate access to both of those books. And I do know that technical things do tend to happen. And should they happen, please let me know, and then I will come up with an alternative way to ensure that you get both of those books. All right, so once again, thank you for listening to my spiel here about that right there. So I know that somebody already subscribed to Best Year Ever. Once again, thank you very much for taking time and going over there and subscribing and getting instant access to How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019. All right, so once again, thank you for heading on over there and doing that. And if you do have any feedback for me, please let me know what you think. All right, so moving right along, what that kind of leads to is my first quote for the night. So who here likes quotes? Okay. Drop a comment in the chat if you like quotes. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. All right, hurdy-gurdy man, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, if that was you that went over and subscribed, thank you very much. I did get the notification that somebody did just subscribe to that. And I know that you will enjoy the tips in there. Very easy. 10 things, 10 action items to do every single day. And those are some things that have helped me be successful over the years. And I wish you all the best within that and hope that they can serve you as well. Okay. So this leads me to my first quote for the night. So if you do like quotes, I love quotes. I am always on the lookout for quotes, but really quotes mean absolutely nothing if you don't take action on those quotes. Okay, quotes can provide motivation, they can provide inspiration, they can provide information, they can provide a roadmap in which, you can achieve success, but they won't actually achieve that success for you. So the thing is that whenever you look at quotes, whenever you hear quotes, whenever you read them or watch them, whatever the case may be, it is still up to you to take that appropriate action, however that pertains to you, because keep in mind, a quote is merely a tip, a tool, a technique, whatever label you want to put on it. It's still up to you to actually go take that action. So here's my first quote for the night. Work harder on yourself so that you can lift others up. All right. And by getting my books, you are already immediately taking that first step to work harder on yourself. And when you gain the knowledge and the skills that are within my books, you can take that information and then you can go mentor others. You can go teach, train, coach others. You can go lift other people up. So work harder on yourself so that you can lift others up. All right, if you see behind me here, you will see that I have a couple of bookshelves. I actually have 4 bookshelves. I got 2 sitting next to me here. I need to put them together this weekend so that way I can get the rest of my books out here. All right, but if you take a look at the books that are behind me, you will see that I have a fairly okay selection. That's a small collection. I have a lot more books than that. But some of those are the ones that I'm currently reading now, and I'm always reading. Okay, I can sit down and I can go cover to cover and read a book in about 4 hours. Okay, it doesn't take me very long at all to read a book. I can speed read, and I can actually retain a lot of the information that's in there, because here's the thing. When I'm reading a book, I am not reading it word for word. I'm not reading it letter for letter. And that's what most people do. Most people actually tend to sit there and go, the cat walked across the street. And that's how they read. And even if you're not reading out loud, your internal voice is reading that. And your internal voice, believe it or not, is slower than your external voice. Have you ever noticed that? Your internal reading voice is much slower than your external reading voice. Okay, but I don't read at all. I don't. I skim. What I do is I picture this as like a book. I take my finger and I run it across the words. And that's how fast I read. Just like that. I am skimming words. But what I'm doing is, so I'm line, 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 line. And that's how fast I read. Because here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for specific words. I'm not looking for individual words. I'm looking for specific words, key ideas, main points, big words that I'm not familiar with. Because here's the thing. If you are already familiar with the words a, and, the, can, will, whatever the case may be, you don't have to read them because you're already familiar with them. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, here's the thing. I'll give you an example. Whenever you come up to a stop sign, do you have to read that the sign says stop? No, you don't. You intuitively know that's a stop sign. I don't have to read it. When I see it, I know it. So when I see the words like a, and the, I don't have to read them. I already know what they are. Okay, so once again, I'm skimming. I'm looking for main points and main ideas. All right, so hurdy-gurdy, man, I have to use my finger too. Main points don't need the little words. Yeah, exactly. Main points and you don't need the little words. So the thing is that whenever I don't read novels. I can't stand reading a freaking story. I can't read a story. When I read, I am very meticulous. I have an outcome that I am trying to achieve when I'm reading. And when I'm reading that book, I'm looking for something. So every one of those books, I bought those books for a specific reason. I have a reason why I have those books. Okay, and I'm looking for specific bits of information, specific bits of knowledge, specific skills, whatever the case may be. All right, so and that's it. That's my bottom line up front. Whenever I'm reading, I'm not trying to read a, and the, can, will, do, be, how, he, she, it, they, them. I'm not reading all those words. Main points, main ideas, bottom line up front. What is it that I need to know? And furthermore, here's where it becomes important. How can you use that information? Okay? Because remember, I'm looking for something that I can take action upon. And here's the two biggest things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for, can I take action on it? And can I paraphrase from it and write another idea or concept from it? Okay? So, here's the thing. Everything in life is learned. From the way that we walk, from the way that we talk, everything in life is learned. And it repeats itself. Just a different version of it. So here's the thing. A lot of things that we are doing on a daily basis are things that we have learned, and all we are doing is we are repeating the same processes with just a different flavor to it. Our flavor, your flavor. You got a way that you walk and talk and this, that, and the other, and that's your flavor, that's your style, that's your swagger, whatever label you want to put on it. So joining us here tonight is Flat Earth Forums. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me here. And how's everything going today? Is everything going all right? It's Thursday, man. It's almost Friday. It is almost Friday. I am excited about tomorrow because we are, I'm kind of at a crossroads here. I'm excited about tomorrow, but I'm kind of at a crossroads because saying goodbye to an employee tomorrow that is leaving. So we're throwing a party. We're going to have a luncheon for him and send him off very well. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. So, but I'm not, because we're losing a great employee. It is what it is. But once again, better opportunities. I say, okay, go ahead and take advantage of those better opportunities. Truly thankful for everything that you've done. Go out and do great things, or go do better things. And that's pretty much how it is. So how can you hear me? Is everything okay? Because I keep getting like a little bit of an error on my end saying that I got an audio stream error. So I'm not quite sure if I'm being heard very well. So if you can hear and everything is going well, please let me know in the chat. Hey, I can hear you. Everything's going well, because I get this thing that keeps popping up on my OBS here that says that I'm having like a low bit rate, or the audio is not working right. So if you can, please let me know. Drop something there within the chat. Okay. Yeah, I absolutely do, man. I work in the daytime, so a lot of times when I'm sitting in my office and I'm working on things, I got live streams in the background as kind of some background noise. And I could be listening to anything, man. I could be listening to music. I could be listening to, other motivational stuff and this, that, and the other. But I choose to watch y'all's live streams and show my support and everything, in hopes that you come on over and show me some love and some support as well, too. Believe me, man, I got a ton of audiobooks I could be listening to all day, every day. I could be listening to some great jazz, but I do choose to come over. I keep missing yours, though. I'm really excited, Flat Earth Forums. I really do. I really want to make it over and watch one of your live streams and participate in one of your live streams. And hopefully on one of these weekends I can get on there. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think, don't you use StreamYard, where you people on camera with you as well, too? It to that point to where I'm doing a live stream where I'm bringing people onto my live stream as well, too. Because that's how you promote people. That's how you, that's how you build other people up. Is you get on live streams with each other, and now I got a couple of different ways in which I can actually do that. I don't necessarily have to use StreamYard or anything like that. I can use Zoom. So I do see that I am kind of buffering a little bit. I can actually see it on my end here. Yeah, it looks like it's back now. So Yeah, absolutely. Flat Earth forums. Yeah, I mean, one of these days, like I said, it would probably have to be a weekend because during the week I do work and I am working on a lot of different things because I got a couple of products that I'm trying to launch here pretty soon. So one of the biggest products that I'm about ready to launch here pretty soon. So I'm just about finished with it. I'm trying to finish it up right now, and that's my bottom line upfront planning method. So that's it right there in a nutshell. You know, I know it looks very simple, but once again, you really don't need a whole lot in order to plan your day or plan things out. So I got this bottom line up front planner that I've been working on for about a month now. So I created this thing. Now I'm creating the script for it. The script is pretty much done. The biggest thing that I got to work on next is the videos. Now I'm getting a different error. This is interesting. Not receiving enough video to make. Oh, it keeps popping in and out on me, man. So hopefully everything's working out well for you on that. Yep. So Saturday, Sunday at noon Central Standard Time. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. I don't know if it's going to be this Saturday because I got basketball with the kids. But maybe Sunday I could work something out. We'll see what I can do here. And yeah, we'll see if I can jump on a live stream with you one of these days. But I'm in the process now. I'm about ready to start creating the videos for this bottom line upfront planning method. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to price this yet. I'm thinking $7 is a good enough price, you know, to have people take action on it. Once again, it's a planning method in which I give you a tool in which to plan your day, how to use the tool, and then follow on videos to support your planning and motivation and provide, you know, a little bit of more encouragement, this, that, and the other. So I'll have a video series to follow that up with as well too. So once again, more things to come, more things to follow with that. But I just kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek real quick. My bottom line upfront planning method is coming soon. And if that's something that does interest anybody, please let me know, and I'll see what type of access I can give to people who have supported me here. Once again, I want to make sure that I do give back to people that do support me, and that's all that I ask for. You know, I'm not trying to charge everybody for everything, you know, and I don't really ask people to go buy all my stuff and this, that, and the other. For the most part, I do have don't get me wrong, I do have some things that I do charge for, but I do reward those that engage back with me, and that's all that I ask for is engagement, feedback. You do that right there, and I'll make sure that you are rewarded for that. So, hey, USA Blogger 2020. You know, it's been a minute since you've caught one of my live streams, and I know it's kind of late here. Not so much late your time, but once again, thanks for joining me here. As you can see, I got my OBS kind of figured out here a little bit. I got a couple of different scenes figured out. I got to do some transitions, though. Some scene transitions. That's what I want to work on next. Is I want to work on scene transitions. So that's the thing that I got to work on next. I haven't fully figured out how to do a frickin' scene transition. So that's one of the things that I want to work on next is scene transitions. Because I really love the way Nick Nimmin does it. Nick Nimmin has some really great screen transitions, and I know that he has some software that does that. But USA Blogger 2020, thank you for joining me here tonight. If you guys are not, which I think you are, but if you're not connected to USA Blogger 2020, make sure you reach out, connect with her. Flat Earth Forums, make sure you reach out, connect with him. Hurdy Gurdy Man, make sure you reach out, connect with Hurdy Gurdy Man. And I'm not entirely too sure who else is here, so if you are here and you are watching, please drop me a comment because I have absolutely no idea, once again, who is participating. Every time I go over here and click on participants, it says I'm the only participant, but yet it says that I got 4 people watching. So I'm not entirely too sure what that's all about. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or something's not connected properly. I honestly could not tell you. So I'm clicking on, oh, there we go, participants. So now I can see the participants again. I guess I have to refresh my screen every time. Interesting. I have to refresh my screen and then the participants show up. over here. Ah, how about that? It does show up over here. Learning something every day. All right, so if you're not connected, make sure you reach out to each other and connect to one another. If you do have any questions, once again, leave me a question. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. So moving right along, here is one. So if you're into business, I know myself, like I told you earlier, I have created multiple online businesses. I've created multiple streams of income that generate me thousands of dollars. And pardon me for just 1 second. All right, and sorry about that. I am back. I had to answer a question here real quick. All right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, yeah. That's a great point. USA Blogger 2020. That is a great point. That is absolutely a great point. So I do have my cell phone here. I do have my picture of my kids on there, man. So I do have my cell phone. And think about doing that. That's a great point. I can absolutely do that. Yeah, that's a great point. That really is. All right, so moving right along here. All right, so once again, if you are into business the way that I am, you will know exactly what I am about ready to say here. So here's another quote that is kind of food for thought. So who here owns your own business, has your own business, or you are interested in starting your own business? All right. Like I said, I know that I have created multiple online businesses that generate thousands of dollars for me every month, and I've learned quite a few things over the year of building business. All right. So here's the thing. Bottom line up front. Stop treating your business like an accessory and treat it like a necessity, as if your life depended on it. Okay? So here's the thing. A lot of people, they go into business kind of half-assing it. All right? Don't go into business half-ass. If you're going to go into business, use your whole ass. Don't half-ass nothing. Use your whole ass. All right? So stop treating your business like an accessory. Treat it like a necessity. When you do that little mind shift, and you start treating your business like it is a necessity instead of an accessory, you will discover that your business will rise, it will get bigger, it will get better. Okay? And there's a lot of people that are out there that really tend to treat their business the wrong way. Okay, so that's one of my challenges to you, is to make sure that you treat it like it's a necessity, like your life depended on it, okay? All right, so moving right along, here's another great one. Success is not for special people. It's for people who do special things. All right, so that's a quote that I came up with a while back. I was watching somebody, and he was talking about how easy it is to achieve any amount of success. And achieving success really is kind of easy. It's really not hard or challenging to achieve any amount of success. Okay? It's really not. But you have to work at it a little bit. And then you get into this whole mindset that there's people that say, work hard versus working smart. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I work hard, but I work smarter. Okay, I'll sit there and I'll analyze things and I will filter things that aren't necessarily important. Okay, and I will get rid of a lot of those things that aren't important so that way I can focus on what I like to call my bottom line up front. You'll hear me talk about bottom line up front quite a bit. Okay, so bottom line up front is one of those things that I tend to focus on quite often. Okay, so bottom line up front, make sure that you are doing bottom line up front type thinking. Remember, success is not for special people, it's just for people who do special things. So let me ask you, let me kind of challenge you. What special things are you doing on a daily basis that is helping you achieve any amount of success? Okay, so every day I am out there trying to achieve certain things. So every day I have a goal, or I have a bottom line up front, something that I'm trying to achieve. Okay, but I'm intentional about it. I don't really set out like you heard me say earlier. I don't set out to achieve goals. I set out to establish better habits. Okay, that will help me achieve success. Intentional. I think intentionally about what it is that I'm trying to think about, or what I'm trying to do, and what I'm trying to accomplish. Okay, so hopefully you will do the exact same thing. I'm gonna scoot in a little bit closer here. So hopefully you'll do the same thing. And USA Blogger 2020, how are you doing tonight? Can you hear me? How's everything doing going your way? I thoroughly enjoyed your live stream earlier today. I really like it whenever you talk about business tips and when you talk about, motivational, self-help, professional development type stuff. That really generates things for me to kind of think about, generates ideas. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I've learned a lot from watching you and watching Mr. Gordy Bobs and watching, everybody else within their live streams. And that's truly helped me out. It really has. Once again, I want to personally thank you for providing your version of mentorship and your version of leadership, because it's all about serving others. So the thing is, and here's what I've discovered, all right, so I know that you're there and you're every day, you're putting out knowledge, you're putting out skills, you're putting out information and this, that, and the other. It's really up to the people that are listening to take appropriate action, and not everybody's going to take action. Okay, there's some people that you're talking to, there's people that I talk to on a daily basis that they could really care less, what it is that I'm talking about. There's people that are listening that could really care less. Everybody that's there has their different agendas on why they are there. I'm searching, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm developing knowledge and skills that will help me grow, and I'm looking for those golden nuggets. So if there's any golden nuggets that are there, I can take that and put it within my toolkit, and then I can go out and teach, coach, train, mentor, lead others to their version of success. Okay, so, and that's what my ultimate goal is to engage with like-minded people. I'm trying to smile, man. Every single day I'm trying to smile. I'm going to look up a little bit better at the camera so you can take a photograph now. I try. But what was I saying? I got kind of sidetracked there for a second. But yeah, people will choose to do what it is that they do. Okay, you're not going to get everybody's attention. You're not going to motivate and inspire everybody to do what it is that you're trying to get them to do, because I don't even do it. I don't even get people to do exactly everything that I want them to do. Try every single day. Sometimes consistency is the key. Sometimes you have to be consistent, you have to be persistent. And then eventually, if you're saying something, it's going to seep in. Because here's the thing. Here's what I've discovered. No matter what you say, or no matter what, and you've heard me say this before, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, it doesn't really matter. Because people 9 times out of 10 will not remember what it is, most of everything of what you say. And they will probably not remember everything that you do. but they will remember exactly how you made them feel. Okay? That's it. That's where it's at right there. Is people remember exactly how you made them feel. And that's what I am after. I am after an emotion, because once you can get to people on an emotional level, you can affect them on a physical level. Does that make sense? If you can affect that, now that's with an A, affect. If you can affect somebody on an emotional level, it will have an effect on their physical level. So A versus E, affect and effect. Okay, so you see how I use those two words to kind of twist those together? So you have to make sure that you have a positive effect on someone, okay, that it will affect them physically. So somebody asked me a while back, I got asked this, and this is in one of my books, is the most important aspects of leadership. Somebody asked me a long time ago, what is the most important aspect of leadership? And I was like, well, I can't really narrow it down to just one. Okay, so I came to the final conclusion of two. All right, so in my opinion, the two most important aspects of leadership is influence and impact. Influence and impact are the two most important aspects of leadership. If you can establish influence, it will have an impact on others that you lead. Okay? Because remember, you are always on display. People are always watching. They are always on display. And others are watching and learning, and they are putting in their toolkit. All right, they are putting in their toolkit the things that they want to do that's going to make them successful. Because remember, like I said, people might not necessarily remember everything that you say and not everything that you do, but they will remember exactly how you made them feel. And when you can make them feel that emotion on a different level that they've ever felt before, you will have affected that person. You will have influenced that person and had a positive impact on their life to where they can take that and go do something with it. Okay? Their version of it. Okay? Now, somebody asked me a while back, tried to get into an argument with me over things. And I don't like to argue. I refuse to argue. I won't argue with people because in and of itself, I believe that everybody is right. The opposite end of the spectrum, I also believe that everybody is wrong. Okay? Everybody just has their different version of right and their different version of wrong, whatever that may be. I don't know. I see things from different perspectives, and sometimes that's something that I struggle with. Okay, is because I do see things from multiple perspectives. And depending on which perspective that I see things from, it may mean the difference between something being right and something being wrong based off that perspective. Once again, it's still something that I struggle with on a daily basis. So it's kind of one of those things, depending on how it is that you look at it, it could be right, something could be wrong, who knows? I definitely don't sometimes. I just see what I see from my perspective, and that's what allows me to move forward. And then what happens is I see something from a perspective. What action do I need to take? Take that action, and then what are the results? All right. So moving right along. And if that makes sense, once again, please let me know. If you have anything that you want to add to that, please let me know as well, too. I'm always on the lookout for different things here as well, too. Okay. All right, so moving right along. Most people never get started because they are waiting for perfection. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. Okay, so whether you're trying to start a business, you're trying to start anything, whatever that may be, a lot of people tend to hold themselves back because they're waiting for that perfect moment. They're waiting for that perfect angle. They're waiting for that perfect whatever, insert whatever there, perfect that somebody might be looking for. So the thing is that you may be suffering from perfectionism, I mean. Okay? And if you suffer from perfectionism, the thing that you need to do is realize that you are your own worst enemy. It is you that you need to overcome, because you were in the way. All right. And it took me a long time to understand that. All right. I've had things that didn't go my way a lot of times. I can't say that I'm perfect. I made mistakes, and I'm truly thankful for every mistake that I ever made. You know, it's one of those things that I learned from those mistakes, and I took a step back and said, okay, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? And then what do I need to do next time so that that mistake doesn't happen again? Okay, and that's what I like to call just a quick assessment, or otherwise commonly known as an after action review, or an AAR if you like acronyms. I like acronyms, so just short AAR, after action review. So in anything that you do within life or business or whatever the case may be, do you conduct an after action review or an assessment or an evaluation or something like that after you do something? All right. If you do, you're like me. I do the same thing, especially if something goes bad. Okay, if something goes well, okay, that's great. I can do an after-action review, but I won't really get much out of it. Okay, usually when things go wrong, that's whenever I get something out of it. So, one of the greatest examples that I have on that is from a guy named Jocko Willink. Okay, if you have never heard of Jocko Willink, I would definitely go look him up and watch his TED Talk. Jocko Willink had a TED Talk in which he talked about extreme ownership, okay, and where he was in combat, and a lot of things went wrong in the heat of combat, and at the end of the thing, everybody, the senior leadership was trying to point fingers and figure out what went wrong, who did what, and this, that, and the other. And at the end of the conversation, or at the end of the talk, he talked about a lot of different things on how it could have went, and how this went, and how that went, and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it was him that took ownership of it, and it was his fault. Okay, so if you have not seen Jocko Willink, I would definitely go have a look at him. Watch his TED Talk. It's an absolutely amazing TED Talk from Jocko Willink. I've watched that thing at least 3 or 4 times, and I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, a grown man can cry, and I cried each and every time that I watched that, because it hit me right there in the chest with everything that he had to say. I had a lump in my throat the entire time I was watching that video, because this guy is so raw and so real, okay? He just hits you right in the face with everything, man. So Jocko Willink, if you really want somebody that is just raw and in your face and makes good sense, go have a look at him. Okay? All right, so moving right along. All right, so here's one of the things that I recommend doing. So here's something that's kind of neat. Here's something that I do on a daily basis, and it's writing things down. So if you want to achieve any amount of success, you will write things down, and you will follow up with those kind of things. Even if it's not something that you're going to take action on that day, you're going to park it on kind of a note, and you'll come back to it later. So I like to write things down, because I definitely don't trust my memory. If I don't write it down, I'll forget about it. I will absolutely forget about it. So a lot of times I'm writing things down, and I'm coming back to it later. When I can think about it a little bit better, because I write it down, or I capture it on like an audio device so I don't lose the content, and then I can come back to it. You got to write things down. All right, so I got to get ready to go here shortly, but I do want to take this opportunity once again to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your day to join me here. So I've been talking for almost an hour, but it is kind of late here. It's almost 10 o'clock at night here, and I get up early. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning here. I start my day rather early, so I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work here. So, but I want to thank you, USA Blogger 2020, for joining me here tonight. Thank you for all of your mentorship as well too. Thank you for your videos, and thank you for sharing your knowledge and your skills and your experience. And once again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and that's why I continue to support you. So I know the other day, you had mentioned something about canceling the Patreon. I'm not going to do it. I have not canceled my Patreon subscription to you. I'm going to keep it there, okay, because I want to show you my level of support, okay, and I want, as a token of my appreciation and thank you for everything that you're doing, okay. So please don't ask me to do that. It's me showing you my support. All right. So thank you for everything that you're doing. I have definitely learned from you, just as much as I hope that you have learned from me. And I look forward to, coaching, teaching, training, mentoring, providing, additional guidance along the way. So once again, if there's something that you do want me to talk about, I can do that. And I definitely look forward to reaching out and connecting with you, hopefully getting on like a Zoom call or a StreamYard or something to where you and I can talk face-to-face on video one day. I do want to have that face-to-face conversation with you, not over a live stream or a chat or something like that. I think that we can accomplish a whole lot more if we do a face-to-face video. And we can do that through Zoom. I have Zoom, or we can do that through something else as well too. I think Zoom would be the best way because I have Zoom. Yeah, we can do something like that to where we kind of share information or collab on some information or do something like that, or do like an interview or something like that. That's something that I really want to do. I want to kind of do that. I want to create that type of an opportunity where I actually interview people, and those people are on my live stream, or they are on a recorded video that I do stream. So here's the thing. I have Zoom software, and I can record those things. It doesn't have to be live. It can be recorded and then featured, or there's another, I think it's called featured, where basically, yeah, it's almost as if it's a live video. But that's another way in which to collaborate. Do an interview. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of those things. If you have Zoom, I would recommend downloading that, and then what we can do is we can reach out, we can conduct a Zoom live call, and then record that, modify it, edit it, and then upload that to a channel as well too. That way we can crosstalk, communicate, have kind of a show, and modify that accordingly afterwards, and then upload a more polished version of the conversation. So I actually do that. I actually conduct interviews with authors. So I got a couple of websites that I have that basically that's exactly what I do. I interview authors, and I put them on my website, and I put them out on another YouTube channel that I have. So this isn't my only YouTube channel. I have multiple YouTube channels. Okay. So I do interview authors, and I put them out there, and I do marketing and advertising, and promote them. Yeah, it's fun. It is what it is. So once again, I love interviews. I love interviewing people, and I love being on interviews. It's kind of one of those things where you can kind of cross-talk, communicate, share ideas in the moment. In the moment. A lot of times, in the moment when you're with someone, because here, kind of sitting at my computer, staring at my screen. So I have 4 windows open right now. It's freaking mind-boggling. That's why I keep looking back and forth. Because I got 2 computer screens in front of me here, and I got 4 windows open. I'm looking at 4 completely different things here as I'm talking. Not to mention this bright-ass light that I got here in front of me. And I only got 1 up. I actually have 4 of these lights here, but I only got 1 turned on. Thing's already blinding me. But anyway, I got to get ready to go. So I've been on for 57 minutes, going on an hour. I need to get ready to go because it's bedtime here. Once again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to seeing you in the morning. So when I get over that way, I'll make sure that I get logged on, catch your live stream tomorrow, and have a good night. Wishing you all the best and continued success. And I know one person downloaded my book tonight, so I'm truly thankful for the one person that did reach out and did download my book, and I got the notification of it as well too. So once again, this is a great way to market and advertise products. And that's once again my goal here is to get on here, do live. I set up my OBS, and that helped me market and advertise books that I'm giving away for free. So USA Blogger 2020, I highly recommend that you get a book. It doesn't have to be the book that you talked about, the book with you. And honestly, I think that you got something better in you. Okay, and I want to challenge you with that. I think that you have a better product in you. I think that you have more knowledge and experience than you were leading on here. And I would even love to talk to you about a concept that I think that would help you, because I've got 2 of my books that I wrote that were based on concepts. Okay, I had a concept on how I wanted to write the book, and I really think that you have in you to take certain bits of information, whether it be motivation, inspiration, and write upon it. And I can even show you and teach you how to do that as well too. So I think that's what I need to do. I need to do a project video like that where I talk about the art of paraphrasing, because that's how I have written every single one of my books, is through the, well, I can't say that. I wrote two of my books. So I wrote 2 out of my 5 books through the art of paraphrasing. 3 of my 6 books, because I got 1 book that is not necessarily published on Amazon, but it's it's on my site, the How to Live Your Best Year Ever in 2019. I didn't formally publish that. I just got that as a free ebook. But I do have a concept called paraphrasing that has allowed me to write at least 3 of my books. The other 2 is just knowledge and experience that I have that I basically put into book format. And it has served me well. Once again, it gives you a product. And if you have a product, then that gives you something else to talk about. It gives you traffic you can generate. It gives you leads. It gives you the ability to coach, teach, train, and mentor others and reach out to others with that content. So once again, USA Blogger 2020, you have a book in you. I know that you do, and not the one that you have mentioned before. You have a better book in you, and I know you do. Okay, and we need to talk about that, because I strongly believe that you have what it takes to get a proper book out there. Okay, not one talking about YouTube live streaming. You have a book in you. I know you do. A motivational, inspirational book. I know you have that in you. Okay? Because look, if I can do it, I know you can too. All right, so I'm up to an hour and 1 minute. I have to go. I am wishing everybody here all of the best, continued success. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch me and listen to the stuff that I had to talk about tonight. I promise my live streams are going to get better, because as I get more proficient here with OBS, I am going to have some really awesome stuff here. It's coming. I'm telling you, it is coming. And I owe that to you, USA Blogger 2020. Thank you for letting me know about this OBS, and it didn't really take me long at all to learn how to use it. I've even downloaded that stupid freaking Snapchat thing that like Premier Hell uses, and Crazy Ann uses it, and I've seen a couple other people use it as well too. I don't think that I'm going to get on here and do a live stream with any of those Snapchat filters or lenses or anything like that, but I downloaded it and played with it with my kids, and they had a blast with it. So it was fun to play with that. It really was. So once again, good night. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.